In this video, we will see what happened to the soldier who took cover in the forest area. The poor soldier was neutralized by a Ukrainian Air Force drone. In this video, we watch a Russian soldier walking around in a very open area rather than a forest area where he can be targeted from all sides. The Ukrainian Air Force is evaluating the intelligence it receives very well, and it is carrying out very good operations on the ground. It is neutralizing the soldiers who have somehow become separated from their units, one by one. Here, the Ukrainian Air Force neutralizes a small Russian armored convoy with its small UAVs based on information it receives. Today is the 24th, and Ukrainian forces have responded partially to Russian attacks on Kyiv. We will talk about Russia's attack in detail later. Today, both the world agenda and the Ukrainian agenda were very busy. Right now, you are watching Ukraine's retaliatory attacks after Russia's attack. And another tank in flames. The Ukrainian army uses drones so well that they have become their lifeblood and eyes. Look at how a $1,000 drone, a flying object, can defeat armor equipped with huge armors. In this video, we see how much effort a soldier who noticed a drone made to save his life. But I watched the video without sharing it. Unfortunately, he could not escape the Ukrainian drone and passed away. All videos are prepared for you on this channel. If you support Ukraine, you can subscribe and help us spread our voice to the whole world. Let's continue. Today, the Russians carried out an airstrike on Kyiv, and it has been determined that at least 15 people lost their lives and more than 70 people were injured in these airstrikes. Peace talks continue at full speed. U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky criticized Donald Trump and Zelensky for not being able to reach an agreement on peace. Putin declared a brief 30-hour ceasefire over Easter, but it was not fully implemented on the ground, and Russian forces continued to enter Ukraine. Everyone, including us, expects this war, which has been going on for years, to be resolved through diplomacy and for the war to end. The US and European countries have made many attempts to advance peace talks, but like most things, it has been forgotten and left hanging, and has achieved limited success. Tanks were once very important elements that disrupted the balance of war. After horses, with the transition to iron, they were like a bulletproof walking fortress. In fact, they were so solid that we called solid things like tanks. They would sweep away everything with their cannons, there were flaming versions, etc. But now that era is over, a lot of tanks are burning brightly in Ukraine every day. The plot goes like this. Ukrainian intelligence receives news. They send small drones to the scene and boom. A FPV drone, a javelin launched from a shoulder, destroys $1 million worth of armor in 2 seconds. However, in the past, the sky was used only for reconnaissance purposes. Now it is the place of drones that will come from the sky at any given moment. In the Ukrainian war, drones rewrote the rules of war. Observations that started with DJI have now turned into dangerous FPV drone attacks. The operator sees the tank from 5-10 kilometers away, or receives information about it, or immediately sets off without noticing a house. It silently approaches its target from the grass, 1 meter above the ground. And the weak point of the tank is already obvious, the upper armor. At the moment of impact, the drone turns into a bomb. It explodes with a kamikaze effect. The explosion is incredibly large compared to the size of the drone. The hatch is blown up and the occupants are neutralized. And now you don't even need an FPV drone to stop tanks. A soldier with a javelin in his hand, a strong shoulder, and a finger to press the trigger are enough. The javelin hits the tank from above just like a drone. Because this is the weakest point of the tank, the missile lands vertically and enters the engine block directly. There are also end laws. Their working principle is a little different, but they eventually destroy tanks. The missile senses when it passes over the tank and explodes, thus neutralizing the tank. Both systems are low-budget weapons that can destroy million-dollar tanks. This naturally brings to mind the question of whether the era of tanks is over. Wars are now fought not with tanks and rifles, but with technology and buttons. If you support Ukraine, Sumy, write "Long live Ukraine" in the comments. We made these videos for you as well. You can support us by liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.